else joins us, they will join us. And since we've done this before and you've all been part of this before, I think I might be able to skip the intro to Reiki. Lisa, would that be okay? Or because this, yes? Okay, since it's being recording, I will just point to people that if they are coming to this for the first time and would like to know more about what Reiki is, I welcome you to the previous classes that I've led, and a couple weeks ago I did one that was an introduction to Reiki, and it went through a lot of detail. So that is available if you are new to this and would like to learn more about what's going on here as we sit in silence for a lot of this class. So I am going to continue to follow the same format where we begin with the breath work and then go into the guided meditation. And from there, I will send and share Reiki with all of you from a distance. And because it's such a small group, I'll be able to do some individual work as well. So I should also introduce myself. To those who might be coming to the recording, my name is Laura Pryzby, and I am a Reiki master teacher, and I have been a volunteer with the Cancer Wellness Center since 2012. And it's my pleasure to be able to move to this virtual format and share with all of you as a group. Okay, and it also says none of you are going to show in the recording, only me. So if you choose and would like to have your camera on, you're welcome to. I am the only thing that ends up on the recording. So, okay. And as always, I always share this. You're welcome to send me questions, to interrupt at any point if there's something you're wondering about. I welcome that interaction and dialogue. And I also welcome for this to be the time that you most need. So if you just need some time in silence and receiving and relaxing, I invite you to that intention as well. So I mentioned the word intention, and a lot of times when we do these sorts of classes with healing or meditation, the teacher often says, I invite you to think of your intention. What is that which you'd like to have healed? And intention's an interesting thing because sometimes we really do have something we'd like to have healing for, right? Whether that's a relationship or something that's giving us anxiety or stress in our lives. Maybe we're feeling stuck or indecisive about something, and we'd like to have healing so that we can gain clarity and get unstuck and move forward in one way or another and know the next steps. And there's absolute value in lifting that up as an intention. I also believe there's power in surrendering the intention to whatever is in our highest and greatest good. Because sometimes what we might think of in our own minds or create with our own decisions might not consider an even greater possibility with an even greater outcome. So I invite you as we go into this time together, if you have a journal and you want to write down some things that you'd like to bring healing to in your own life, think body, mind, emotions, spirit, relationships, all the ways you move throughout the world. And also, I will invite you as we go into this, you may have heard me say this already, to just surrender to your highest and greatest good and the highest and greatest good of all involved, and to invite that you receive that which you need in the way that you most need it. And that allows for all blessed possibilities. Hold on just a moment. Okay. So I'm going to maybe just give you a moment now, even if you don't have a journal, to think about those things that you'd like to receive healing for. And if you want to write them down, go ahead, but just sit with it. And then we'll go into the breathing and the meditation.
What did you say we're doing right now? Sorry.
Sure. Just take a moment and think about things that you'd like to bring healing energy towards, or things that might be bringing stress or anxiety into your life that you'd like to receive Reiki for as a part of our time together.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thanks for asking. And I did draw a card again, an angel card. You'll have to let me know if you like these or not. Um, they're totally optional, but I did draw one this morning, and the card this is from Oracle of the Angels deck by Mario Duguay, and it's opportunity, and it's this beautiful angel with her hands out and all kinds of light. And the message for the card is become aware of the opportunities you have even in this very moment. Life abounds with endless possibilities. Sometimes all it takes is to open to them by staying focused on the present. Time spent regretting the past or worrying about the future only keeps you from seizing the opportunities as they open up to you right now. And there's a little affirmation. Doors to new possibilities are opening up to me in every moment. I let go of the past and surrender the future, turning my attention to the now so I can seize the opportunities on my path today. And that just really gets at the power of of coming into the present moment. And that's exactly what we'll be doing together with Reiki and breath. Okay, so now we're going to do our breathing practice where you take your hands and go to the three diamond places. The earth key, the earth energy is down at your hara, the Japanese word for belly, down at your belly. And so we start there with our hands on our belly, and then we will be directing our breath into that spot as well, combining the breath with the gentle healing touch. And then we'll move to our heart key, which is where we connect to that great love that is at the root of everything, and to our own hearts. And then we'll connect to the heaven key or the heaven energy in our heads. Again, if it's uncomfortable to put your hands on your head, you can just leave your hands on your heart at that point and imagine that you're touching and directing your breath up there. Our imaginations are very, very, very powerful. And then we'll come back down to the heart and to the hara. So what we're doing with this is connecting and grounding ourselves into the energy of these 3 points, but we're also balancing and connecting the energy between them as well. So it has a couple different functions and purposes. And the biggest purpose is with the power of the healing touch and the breath, beginning to shift the body into that parasympathetic nervous system where we can rest and relax and allow the body to balance and heal itself. So I will guide you through this. The first place is placing your hands onto your belly. And again, let's just take a few breaths at a pace that feels right for you. Long, relaxed breaths into your belly while your hands touch there as well. And we're balancing our earth energy, the energy that grounds us and connects us to the earth and centers us in our bodies. And then the next place is our heart key. So gently move your hands up to your heart center. And when I refer to the heart center, it's that place in the middle of your chest. And direct your breath to where your hands are to meet together at your heart. And then, if it's comfortable to do so, move your hands to the top of your head and connect to the heaven energy or the heaven key, where we connect to higher wisdom, higher consciousness. And again, direct your breath to meet your hands. And then we move to our hearts, where we connect our heart energy again, bringing down some of that heaven energy into our hearts. And let your breath meet your hands at your heart center. And then bring all of that beautiful energy down to your belly, your hara, the earth key, the center of your body. And direct your breath to meet your hands. And just take a moment and notice how you're feeling. Are your hands warm? Do you feel different than when we started? And I invite you to take a deep inhale and exhale, and you can maybe rub your hands on your legs and come back to our group. And before we move on to the next segment, I just wonder if anyone has any feedback. Have you used this in your lives at all, or do you find it useful? Do you have any questions about it? And if not, we will move on. But as I've shared before, this is something that you can do at any point in time, even if it's just taking one breath or one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and taking a couple breaths. Um, I find that it helps me shift from a reaction to a response, to being able to be present and receive what's happening around me instead of feeling overwhelmed by it. So it really does work to calm and center the nervous system, which is operating everything that we do. So, um, Yeah, I would just thought if there's some other hand positions we can integrate, I think I'll add them next time. Thinking about the wonderful nervous system. So I've said in the past, we do Reiki 3 ways here. This middle way is called a healing experience, where I lead you through a guided meditation, and then I will stop speaking at one point and allow you to have your own personal healing experience with the Reiki. So as I am guiding you to this destination, then you will receive the Reiki energy in your meditation, and perhaps it will guide you on a little experience. And when we're working with subtle energy and receiving Reiki, people report different things to me. They might see stories or colors. They might hear loving words or other guidance in their inner hearing. They might feel tingles or heat, um, or just feel very deeply relaxed. Um, and others might even fall asleep, which in that moment is probably exactly what you need. And sometimes the healing we receive takes place in deep parts of our consciousness, so that we don't have an awareness of it, but just know you are receiving. And whatever your experience is, it is the right experience to have in this moment. And I'm going again to do the ocean of love, or the ocean of holy love. And in this, I am guiding you through a forest to an ocean of liquid light. And so when you come to that image, I'll say this is no ordinary ocean, it's the ocean of love. This is an ocean of liquid light that has infinite number of healing colors and frequencies, and the invitation is there for you to allow it to guide you. You may experience or imagine yourself going into it, swimming in it, breathing it, diving in and being taken to other places. So I just invite you to play and have fun with it. And people have reported feeling physical benefits, emotional, as well as spiritual benefits from this meditation, which is why I love it, because it brings you that which you need in the way that you most need it. So as I invite you into this today, please know if at any point you need to get up and move around to guide that, and that's fine. You'll still be receiving whatever your body needs. I invite you to follow that. And again, just to repeat, at one point I will say the ocean of holy love is guiding you. Follow that guidance, and then I will mute myself and be silent for probably 10 minutes. And then I will let you know when that section is over. And then I will move into sending distance Reiki to everybody in this group here today. So before we begin, are there any questions? I'll always ask. All right, I know you've all done this before, so we'll just dive right into it, pun intended. All right, this is the ocean of holy love, the ocean of love experience. And just a reminder that if you see flames as part of the imagery in the ocean, if that's the way that you experience it, just know those flames are what we refer to as the holy love energy, or the holy fire energy, and it's very purifying. It might provide guidance and healing and protection. So that's an energy of love and purification. This is the ocean of love experience. I invite you to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. It's a beautiful day, warm and sunny, and you're walking down a path in a beautiful forest. Take a moment and let the forest come alive within your imagination, using all of your senses, your inner senses. Notice the colors and the plants and the flowers and the textures and all of the beings in the forest. Notice the ground of the forest, as well as the sky. And as you look up, perhaps you see the sun shining down as it dances from the treetops and lands upon your skin, and you feel the warmth of the sunbeams and the cool of the shade as you walk along. Perhaps there's a little breeze against your skin, and you begin to notice the fragrance in the air. Perhaps it's sweet like springtime. And as you continue to move along, you notice the sounds of the forest. And with every breath that you take, you breathe in the life energy of the forest. And with each step that you take, feel the energy of the earth flowing up through the bottoms of your feet. And as you walk along, you notice that up ahead it's getting a little lighter. And you also see that the path is a little bit sandy. And you're coming to the edge of the forest. As you come to the edge, you look out before you, and there is a beautiful beach and a magnificent ocean. It's just such a lovely day, and you walk out on that beach and see the ocean and the sand and the blue sky and the sunshine. And up ahead, there's a log that's washed ashore that's smooth and just perfect for sitting down and leaning back and gazing out at the ocean. As you sit down, you realize as you look out before you that this is no ordinary ocean. It's the ocean of holy love. Listen to the sound of your own breathing and imagine it's the sound of the waves washing up onto the beach and then flowing back into the ocean. The ocean of holy love is guiding you. Follow the guidance. You can continue with your healing experience as long as you feel guided to do so. I will transition now to sharing distance Reiki with all of you. So I invite you to continue to relax. But if at any point you feel like you want to journal or move in any way, whether that's gentle stretching, whatever your body is guiding you to do, I invite you to do so. And I will send for about 10 minutes or so. As I continue to send for another minute or two as we share in this beautiful Reiki energy together, I invite you to place your hands at a place where you feel you need that Reiki healing touch. Allow yourself, as you're filled up with all of the Reiki from this time we've had together, to bring yourself healing wherever you feel you need it. And I'm connecting Reiki into each of your hands to empower and support this process. And as we begin to ground the energy, connect ourselves back into our bodies and to the present moment and the place around us, I invite you to your breath and the sound of your breath and the feel of your breath in your body. And just take a moment and notice how you're feeling, how it may be different from how you felt before we started. And I invite you to your bodies, maybe to wiggle your fingers and your toes, move your hands and feet, and put your attention on your eyes and slowly allow them to open. And then just to move and stretch, perhaps rub your hands on your legs. It can also be very grounding if we cross our hands. So you're rubbing them on opposite legs and you look at that X that helps stimulate whole brain function and can help to make you feel better in the present moment. And I invite you also to drink some water as you're coming back. If you don't have any now, you can just get it when we finish. And if there's anything about your experience you'd like to make a note of, I invite you to do that now. And um, that marks the end of the energy I'll be sending. So, Lisa, if you can stop the recording.